Holloman Elementary prides itself on being a great place to learn, but we must ensure that our teaching practices are preparing our students for success beyond the classroom. Integrating technology and pedagogy into effective blended learning environments promises to meet the needs and expectations of modern learners in our dynamic, ever changing world. Successful implementation of blended learning models can be a powerful mechanism for empowering student choice, ownership, and voice through authentic learning experiences. The time for change is now. There is no better time than the present to start igniting a passion for discovery in all of our learners. Regardless of the age of the learner, COVA is the key to learner success. Choice promotes personalized learning and reveals the importance of the learner adapting or developing learning goals and actively choosing the learning tools that support the learning process. Ownership of learning is all about building the adaptability, confidence, character, grit, and a growth in learners' mindset that is required for our learners to address the problems and challenges of the complex world in which we live. Sharing new knowledge publicly with people other than the instructors helps the learner to deepen their understanding, demonstrate flexibility of knowledge, find their unique voice, establish a sense of purpose, and develop a greater sense of personal significance. By creating a significant learning environment that addresses all factors for our learner success, and then by giving our learners choice, ownership, and voice through authentic learning opportunities, we are able to cultivate our learners' growth and development. Research, Research highlights the positive effects of blended learning on student engagement, student achievement, and the personalization of learning it provides students. Students' technology, communication, critical thinking, and problem solving skills are all bolstered by participation in blended learning environments. Blended learning maximizes student engagement by providing students a wide assortment of learning experiences through individual and/or small group interactions, guided discovery, online simulations, games, and project-based learning. According to the U.S. Department of Education, student engagement and intrinsic motivation have improved with the infusion of technology in classrooms and the availability of digital learning tools. According to the Evergreen Education Group, blended learning elicits promising results in the form of test scores and graduation rates. Research indicates that blended learning noticeably increases achievement among diverse student populations, even in historically underperforming schools. Blended learning possesses the unmatched ability to help teachers differentiate and customize instruction to align with an individual's specific needs. Personalization helps remove the barriers that impede student learning and creates a meaningful learning experience for every student. The blend of online learning into schools marks the most powerful opportunity the world has ever known to make student centered learning a reality. A 2013 survey conducted by the International Association for K-12 Online Learning identified the top 10 components of personalization as student agency, differentiated instruction, immediate on-demand interventions, flexible pacing, a personalized learning plan, deeper learning and problem solving, frequent feedback, standards-based knowledge and skills, anywhere, anytime learning, and portfolios of student work. When analyzing case studies of ICT projects implemented in education, vision and leadership, infrastructure and resourcing, stakeholder involvement, and feedback and evaluation all emerged as vital components of an organization's plan. Thorough consideration must be given to each of these factors and how they interconnect before any organizational benefit can be achieved. The first step to outlining a successful project is crafting a clear vision. Blended learning is in line with the Holloman Elementary School vision and its ultimate goal of empowering scholars to achieve their maximum potential through an engaging and supportive learning environment. Project leaders must formulate specific goals for the project and communicate how they expect the technology to be utilized so that all stakeholders have a mutual understanding and a shared purpose. Leadership needs to be devoted to supporting collaboration and communicating effectively with all parties involved throughout the project. In my role as the project facilitator, I must be authentic and transparent, or my attempt to motivate others to change will not be successful. ICT projects are dead in the water without proper infrastructure. A blended learning initiative requires technology devices appropriately suited for the specific learning targets of students, adequate network capabilities that support both synchronous and asynchronous learning opportunities, and dedicated personnel that will oversee the deployment, maintenance, and management of technology resources. ICT projects require both financial and human capital. Consideration must be given to what funding sources are available and the personnel or organizations involved. It is only when all stakeholders work together for the broader goal of integrating technology and education in a system wide manner that we can have hope for making a change. Feedback and evaluation are an essential part of any blended learning innovation plan. A well designed feedback loop should be present throughout all stages of the implementation and include analyzing both the processes and products involved. Maintaining flexibility in the quest for continuous improvement is essential to the realization of a project's goal. In addition to the global trends previously addressed, effective communication, substantial professional learning, and a paradigm shift that reimagines the roles of teachers and students alike will be hugely influential in the success we see at Holloman Elementary. The focus of our blended learning initiative should remain on the potential impact on student learning and not on the technology itself. Resistance to change or stakeholders harboring doubts in the deployment of an ICT project is often unavoidable. So it is critical to communicate effectively when it occurs. The implementation of blended learning in classrooms will require ongoing communication between all stakeholders. All ideas should be acknowledged and differing viewpoints considered so that all stakeholders feel heard and well represented. ICT projects require an ongoing educational change of pedagogical practices. Professional learning opportunities for blended learning initiatives should embody the core values of duration, support, engagement, modeling, and specific content outlined by Nancy Duarte and be steadfast throughout the project to support continuous growth and improvement. Ultimately, a paradigm shift that moves education from a sit and get teacher centered approach to a go and show student centered model is required to succeed in all ICT projects. ICT can help leverage educational change, but it cannot be the solitary driver of change. Classrooms of the future should be student centered environments that facilitate learning by providing each individual an exquisite blend of face to face instruction, thoughtful use of technology, hands on discovery, authentic learning experiences, as well as an opportunity to connect and collaborate with peers both locally and globally. Information and communication technologies have affected every aspect of modern life, including education. By learning from the successes and failures of the global community at large, we can harness the power of technology to truly transform the educational landscape for the betterment of Holloman Elementary students, families, and surrounding communities.